Okay, next we're going to talk about private property. Yeah.
So does that mean if your condo is in those prime area, you probably will not get a lot of upgraders?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Okay, you know why? You know why? Because in those area, if it's the prime area, a lot of OCR people may want to move in. Okay, and condo it's not like big numbers, it's small numbers. It belongs to the 80-20 lah, 20% won't stay in condo. So your condo has to be continue to what? To be attractive. Okay, and the top 20 got to get richer. Okay, later I will explain. Alright, okay, this is condo. Condo has continued to grow this year. Right, and the last 6-7 years also went up about 40%. Transaction volume healthy. We times this by 4. Okay, almost this number. Okay, so transaction still very healthy in the condo arena. Resale okay, new launch. Wow. This year launch 1,008, sell 3,000. That means clear inventory. Clear inventory, right? These are the new launches. Okay, the launch day results. Wow, this one Tengah Garden. 98.84%. I remember me and my agent we queue. Okay. We are at this cafe downstairs in my office. The moment go up, had almost reached the queue. The unit sold. Come down, drink coffee again. Real Tengah Garden. Right. So for this year, you look at closely at 226. Okay, except for Nara, the rest all at least 60 or 70 or even 90%. Market very strong. Okay, and are they cheap? Let's see. Our residential units inventory is about how much? 15,000. This is how much supply. Let's go back. Remember 15,000. Each year new launch store about 8,000 to 9,000. Okay, today is what? About 15,000. Correct? 15,000 plus. So we are about 1.5 years supply. Okay, is it big? Actually not big. Okay, because these are all the condos will come that's left you can buy. So I think this is not a very big number based on the number of transactions compared to the number of inventory. I think quite healthy. I think government calibrated well. Next, these are the units that have TOP and upcoming. Okay, one thing you notice, this year they have increased number. Okay, I believe corporation can grow this year. Less building already. Then after all the increase, what happened? Maybe the G will come. Okay, alright. Move on. Okay, these are the land bids. Okay, first thing you say, John, today very expensive, correct? Can it be even more expensive? If next year launch is going to be cheaper, you buy this year or next year? Not trick question, I ask again. Next year launch going to be more expensive, you buy this year or next year? This year. If next year launch going to be cheaper? Buy this year. Okay, so let's see. Do you see 2 stars there? One is at Media Circle, one is at Dover. Quite near lah. Not that near, but quite near. Okay, what is the land price? Can you tell me in the second column? Media Circle is how much? 1,036. Dover is how much? 1,005. Correct. Cheaper or going to be more expensive next year? More expensive. Next, Lentor Gardens and Lentor Central. How much? 1,002. 30% difference. If this year I don't buy my Lentor, next year becomes what? 30% more expensive. Right? Next, how about Daniel Road? 1,004 to how much? Next year? 1,006. Next year more expensive, right? Next, Holland Link and Holland Plain. The plain
almost the same.
$60 difference. So Holland, not too bad.
Same developer.
Right? Yeah, same name. Okay, you'll find some developer like certain areas. Okay, next, this one I test you. Chencharu Close or Mitonia Close? Think probably, tell me. Okay, who say Mitonia Close? Mitonia 732. Chencharu 979. Who want to go Mitonia Close but easy? Don't want. Cheaper. Who want Chencharu Close? Hands up. Yeah, give one more chance. Okay, who want Mitonia Close? Mitonia Close. Good. We dare to. I like you. You go Chencha Road. Why Chencha Road? Yeah, it's private. Yeah, private almost as a what? Private at almost EC price. Almost I would say the same lah. A bit higher lah. Okay. It's the Tengah story. Tengah Garden same thing. Tengah Garden Tengah Garden, you see this one. You see 700 plus. 700 plus. So that's why Tengah saw. So Chencha Road is one I can consider. You see, very simple. One table you can no answer. But. You see, I see so many but Land cost low does it mean I can sell low? Do I need to sell low? You know, so still need the advisor to advise you. Okay? But next year, generally the price is going to be what? Higher. So if you can anchor this year, if you can. Alright, move on. Okay, EC launch, you know, EC always very short lah. Always got demand and the price went up. You see from 2,000 400 per square foot. Wow. Why I didn't buy? I graduate around this part. Okay, no one 没有钱 no money and also 早知道 but today is so much and this is the gap. This from business time, the gap is about 23%. So today if you can go into EC, if you have the ability to go in EC, go. If you still are able to go, because you have that gap of safety. Because after 10 years, fully privatized. Okay, and do you know there's a new policy that goes on? And there's still 5 condos under old policy. You can still have deferred payment. You can still have the second timer, I think 30%. You can still go. So if today you can go EC, my advice, go before the 5 1 go on. Okay, but first there's some concern. Okay, this is a new and old framework. Last time MOP for EC is how many years? 5 years. Now it's how many years? 10 years. Wow. Shag. You're right. I built 5 years. MOP 10 years. Wow, 15 years
浪费青春是。
有咩？
有。Never mind. Okay, this is the part that's worrying. First timer quota now becomes 90%. What? And second timer only left 10% now. If first time I BTO is one time, right? Second time I try for it, I consider second timer like. Yo. And I must wait for 2 years. If I hit the quota, let's say the EC first launch 10% second timer hit already must wait for how many years? 2 more years I can buy.
Wow.
Wow. I also say wow. My jaw drop and tongue go up. Correct? Next, payment scheme got deferred or no deferred payment. You know why is this important? Full cash. Because today I want to let's say I have a HDB second timer. Do I pay installment? Yes. I buy another EC. Do I need to pay installment some more? I pay both sides. Very strong for middle class. Whereas today is only deferred. Means I pay 20%, I don't need to worry. Until I take key, then I pay the balance. Okay, do you see the difference? Okay. A lot of people say then, in future, will the EC price goes down or not? Because of all these restrictions, do you think the developer will bid lower price, yes or no? Who will bid lower price as a developer? Hands up.
More cautious.
Okay, who will bid higher price? Okay, yeah, the right place. They will bid low price. So should wait or not? Okay, who wait? One wait. Okay, all wait. Hey, only 1%. Hey, you all say lower price, then you don't wait. Okay, depends your first timer or second timer lah. Okay, second timer wait or not?
No choice.
Okay, let me explain. If today I'm a second timer, especially if I'm a second timer, first thing, before EC can launch, must wait 15 months. I bid today, must wait 15 months before I can launch. Next, if the first timer quota we reach is 24 months, I must wait 2 years later then I bid. Can you imagine today I open my project, I bid already, by the time you can buy is 3 years later. Will price go up? Number 2, do I have a chance to bid even? I mean, I have no chance. It's been selling for 36 months or 36 months. They open and people know and you got this good 2 years to sell. Next, today I'm 45. By the time I can buy 48, what happens to my loan? And don't forget, for EC they go by this thing called MSR. the loan very difficult to take. Right? And who are the ones who can actually pay? Are the ones that second timer got one asset to go over, ma? Right? But this gives time for the first timer to slowly build up by finish. And this can slow down the market growth, which is good. Okay, so today, if you really can go for EC, second timer, still got 5. Last chance. After that, I don't know. Okay, hopefully, I don't think they will revert the policy rate anytime soon. And can you imagine, after I buy already, then the whole 10 years, the one I 5 years can sell already. I can go to private, earn more. So it's opportunity cost. Okay, my thinking is if today I can afford, I can go, consider. If you don't think you can afford, you want to try, calculate. Okay, the advisor will tell you what to do. Move on. Okay, how about condo supply coming up? These are all the future land bids. Some are bidded already, right? Column plain. So in this first half, only 4,500. No, 1 year we have about 8,009 average, right? So it's very balanced. The number of new condo that's going to be built in the confirmed list compared to our transaction numbers, right, are quite equal. So no oversupply situation. Next, this is a reserve list. In case they need to launch more, they can launch more. Okay? Next, Singaporeans so rich, man. Correct or not? Hey, I go show flat, I tell you, sometimes I'm balanced. This guy come in, can buy 2 million, 3 million, like, nothing one. Right? Don't you feel the same? Like, 不用钱的 correct? Why? In your garden, you go and see, bid until people, I cannot take a unit, are very angry. Spend money, so don't allow me to spend. Me crazy rich. Okay, why? Number one, our median income has increased. Just now I shared when I started my job, if I become an engineer when I graduate, 2,000 plus. Very charm. Very. Today, 2,000 cannot start work. No one will start with me. Right? This is our median income. Okay. You all don't like that. I know you all also earn this kind of money, one. Right? Median income. Next, higher salary ceiling this year. So CPF contribution has increased, right? So they can afford to give more for the installment. Right? Next, okay, this is a very interesting article. I'll just show again. This is in February 10, 2026, before Balance Sunday. Always before Balance Sunday, they like to talk about income. I don't know why. Okay? So find the right partner. Okay? It says what? You read the one that I take out. It talks about intergenerational mobility. So in short, as it says, whether you build for your children or not is important. The have and the have not. You read. If not, I say one. This one is who? Who's that guy? I think there's ample paper. It's written by someone. There's a name. Yeah. Not I write mine. Okay. MOS. So I think what we want to do is really to build property for next generation. Top 20 Singapore household holds average of 5.3 million. I cannot believe it. 20% holding an average amount of 5.3 million. That means 20% can actually, if they liquidate everything, can buy a good landed house, a decent landed house. Yeah, that's what it tells me. Right? Landed about 5 million. Right? This is true. Scary, right? Scary, right? So it's really good time for us to bid. MOF say one, not I say one. Right? Move on. Okay. So, how can they afford? Let me explain to you. Okay, recently, this is a real story. There's a new launch at River Valley. There's many new launches. Okay, so I went to meet up with my client. I do my advisory process. Okay, you know what's the answer? Hey, you cannot afford. Don't buy. Right, because cannot afford, what for you buy and stretch yourself. So we entered there. 1 week later, the customer called me. I want to buy. I said, why you buy? Because current house is under the husband, under the wife. She and the husband stay together because before they married. And the house, right, this current house was actually financed by the wife father fully. Sure. Would you want to be such a husband? Yeah. I marry too late. I want to be the free house to say. Hey, but also a situation. Can you imagine you're the husband in the house?
Unbalanced.
No, you must stop waste of it. Must remember to do the household choices. Correct.
Yeah.
So this happens. So that's why he want to buy. So safety in case. No children at the moment. Okay, no children. So the thing is, he cannot afford. 1 week later call me. John, I got the money, go and buy. See, you wanted money, is it? Oh, 1 week later can find money on it. Okay, you actually have this thing called the intergeneration wealth strategy. Meaning the parents help. Okay, today a lot of show flat that this thing happen. Okay, you may not know, but actually this is happening. But it's a teamwork. Okay, young people, right, can take loan, have income, correct? But got asset now. Don't have. I just start out work, correct? Or I don't have not accumulate so much. Old people, like old people got money not? Have. Got CPF not? Have. Got cash not? Have.
都没有钱的。
钱就有钱. Okay, good. Okay, so can they cooperate and buy something together?
Yes.
One finance and one this. But is there a danger?
Yes.
I take your money and run. Cannot. I take your money, don't need to be feeder to you. That's where here we come in. Okay, how do we structure the loan? How do we have a loan agreement? That part, another day we talk. If not, you go and find your advisor that invited you here to tell you how to do it. I go on next. Right? So the parents fund the down payment, the children take the loan, they buy the first property home and make profit. And then they go on to buy the next property, upgrade, start to become landlord because one can become two. Right? So what they do now is that they now have multiple property by cooperating. They can collect income instead of just staying inside. You see that? I call this the intergeneration wealth strategy. And what you want to build over generations, right, is a system. Okay, it's not just passing down property, but passing down a system whereby the whole family, okay, the Tan family, the Cheng family, okay, the Wong family can be what? Have this system of wealth accumulation. Subsequently, can put that in the trust and do even more things. Okay, this is what we think that's happening right now.
If you would like to know how much you can sell your home for, we can send you a valuation report. All you have to do is scan the QR code here. In this report, we will also tell you what your neighbors have recently sold their homes for, and also give you some tips on how you can sell your home a bit higher than what the market is looking at. If that interests you, again, scan the QR code here for your valuation report. Now, back to the video.
Next thing, I'm going to talk a bit about old condo. The old condo will have all this issue. So if you are holding on to old condo, please make plans. Once we have small issue, leak another eye, actually very total one. Okay? Okay, so I just want to share, okay, this one. I was marketing one condo because it's a small project and not enough sinking fund. You know what happened? The road need to pay, right? Everyone every month take out about $200 more for 2 years. The management fee from 300 should become 500. When you want to sell, you tell people this, do they want to buy a house? May not. Okay, old condo may have this problem. Okay? Next, government say, no public funding for lift maintenance, renovation or redecoration. Don't have it. It's not helping. Okay? Next, okay, we talk about rental. Today rental good or not? Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. As landlord, I think you can find tenant, but just don't ask for too much. Okay? Right? Average vacancy, that means nobody stay in the condo is only about 6.63% over the quarters. Today we are at 6.2%. Quite there. Okay, so as landlord, don't be too picky. Okay, got tenant, fill up first. Move on. Okay, the last slide I'm going to do. Okay. How many of you remember this article I shared before? This DBS article. They say that the cost of a condo is by 2009. This is in 2018. Can someone tell me 2018 what is the average condo price? New launch. 1,500. 1,500. And who would think that over one? This is how many years?
8 years.
12 years, correct?
12 years.
8 years ago, things can happen. Can you imagine? It really happened. This guy quite good. First thing, he said population to be 6.3 to 6.5. What is our population now?
6.5.
No. Now 6.2. About 6.1. Right? About that. Right? In this one we hit that. Right? True. Next thing, the new launch private homes have to be about 23 to 29. Is it happening today?
Yes.
Your rental how much? Tinggal garden how much? Yeah, some are more than that, correct, but average lah. Correct? Then make sure hey, hit the third thing. This is the assumption. Right? Hey, quite true this guy. So they make another projection for lah. Okay, they say what? Sing dollar 1 to 1 to US dollar. SDI you what 10,000 points, you know? Hey, what's SDI today? 5,000. Okay, the time is still remember 2-1 is what? 2,000 plus 3,000 plus. Can go, cannot go, remember?
Always 3,000.
Yeah, cannot go, right?
Cannot break 3,000.
Yeah, now you say 10,000. Okay, so what happened when really our Singapore come this way? What will happen to property price?
Sure.
Anything,
Okay, so what I want to talk about really is about the new condo launches, okay? Now, for the next half of 2026, okay, we are actually experiencing quite a big bumper crop of launches coming up, okay? Okay, just need your attention to really focus a bit. Okay, what you have noticed on the east side first, east side here, actually nothing much coming up for the next half 2H. You can see the first row is when the land was bidden or en bloc. Okay, if it says 2026 means next year then it will be launched. Okay, this is on the east side. Okay, on this side. Okay, so nothing much. So if you say you're looking at something at the east, means you only go for whatever is balanced available in the market, right? But what you notice is that in the north side and then on the west side, wow, there's gonna be a big number of condos or ECs coming up. Okay, for example, you look at the north side, wow, you have Chuan Grove, you have 2, you have Hougang coming out, right? ECs, you have 2 at Woodlands, right? 1 at Sembawang, and then just now we mentioned, right, the Chencharu, right? For those who just chose Chencharu just now, yeah, it's coming out, okay? So, quite a lot. Okay, and then on the west side, for some of us, maybe you're looking at Dorset, right? Near the Little India there. And also, continue on, you have Bukit Timah coming up, right? A bit rare, right? Among the Bukit Timah side, near all the very good schools, right? Gee, this one is near where the new Turf City, used to be Turf City, right? Now they're redeveloping. Okay, this is the first condo in that stretch, and then quite a few more. So, given that you have about 10 to 15 options, always the question is, you only have one shot only, right? Okay, but those who don't have who have the name now and don't have a property, you basically got one shot. Then how to choose? So many who will say that? Okay, one of the main things that a lot of people are saying very popular is the one at the Thomson, right? Used to be now they call it the next one is called the Thomson Reserve, very big piece of land. They went en bloc, right? Opposite Thomson Plaza. Some people say, wow, very good. I hear a lot of news already. But is it really the best? Okay, so today we will look at how we actually do the grading and then assess whether objectively it makes sense. Okay? So we came out with this 25-star grading system where we actually, based on feedback from buyers, what they will value most. Okay, so we not just have the factors, we actually have a weightage on it. So some of the very basic factors and for example will be walking time to MRT. Very interesting for a lot of homeowners especially, right? Wow. So long as you more than 15 minutes, don't worry. Okay, very reliant on MRT. So that's the reason why you see MRT, wow, how come 5 minutes 3-star already. Once you drop more than 5 minutes, drop to 2-star, right? Okay, but that is the reality. Okay, that's what people want. Okay, just give an example. Okay, so why don't you do an exercise? One of these particular projects that was launched previously. Okay, now we're going to do a very quick one. How we actually do the assessment. Let's say when you will come to a new condo, what you will see maybe on the internet or from the brochure, right? They'll tell you some of the project information, right? Like for example, who's the developer, how many units, where is it, etc., right? And then so how do you move from this into the score, right? So these are some of the very basic ones over here, okay? And then of course the location. So why not we test it out? Let's say for example size of project, right? And move back one. Okay, you see the number here? What's the number of units? 455, right? So if based on this table,
2 star.
2 star. Okay, so 2 star, correct. So walking time, you can see from the map. Your Great World MRT, actually there's an entrance just next to it. Okay, so walking time within. So quite straightforward, right? Some of the very basic ones, very straightforward. So here is the more obvious numbers. You can actually get it yourself, right? Okay, but one of the main things for what we advisors do is there's a few factors, right, that you can't really see from a fact sheet. We call it a fact sheet, which is a project overview. You can't really see on the map. Things like, for example, what is the future transformation? How do you grade it? Right? For example, what's the competition you have? What is the relative pricing over there? Right? And also, for example, is there a oversupply of units? Or is there a pent-up demand? So within our group, we actually have this system in which we will do the evaluation. So if you want to know, for example, any specific condo, it doesn't just apply to new condos. It can actually apply to even your resale condos. Okay, we are actually trained to help you do the assessment. Okay, so just a quick one. Okay, this is the final score. Again, we have an internal system, we can do that. Okay, and you come up to a score of like 16. Okay, 16. Okay, question. Who thinks 16 means very good out of 25? Anyone? No. Okay, who thinks 16 is very bad one? Oh, no one. So don't know, right? What does 16 mean is the question, correct? Okay, why don't we look at this first? How was the turnout or the results on the first day of the launch? 90%. 90%. And the interesting thing is the average PSL is 3,002. My gosh, 3,002. I think a lot of us think, 3,002 or 90% people buy. Correct or sure or but it is. So what does it show you? It shows you that actually relative pricing is only one factor that Singaporeans determine whether they want to get to live in a certain place or buy a home. Yes, that's why we mentioned the 25 star is basically to tell you to look at the overall picture, not just at price, right? Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Okay, Hudson Place Residences. This one also launched last quarter. This one is at 14 points. Okay, so 14 points. 14 points. Let's ask the question. The difference is 2 points, right? Okay, who thinks that, okay, because 2 points are not much difference, maybe the result was same. Maybe 80%. So, anyone?
About the same.
Anyone thinks of 80%? Fair? Okay, who say 80%? Okay, do some response. So, 80%. Who thinks around 80%? Because 2 points only. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who thinks, no, very low. Much different. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's take a look, right? 60 only. How much drop? 30% drop, right? From 90 to 61, right? But this one cheap, 22,004, you only 3,2, 600 PSF difference, But why people don't want, not say don't want, less people want this, right? Why is it? Location. So that's a factor, right? Okay. I pause for y'all pause for a while. Okay. That's not another one that also within the same timing, within the same few months. Pioneer. This one is all the way at Tampines. So subjective Tampines, some people say location. Tampines like the Far East, You just a bit more only you Changi already, right? Then a bit more you go to JB already, right? Correct. So some people think very far. Right? But this one interesting is 17 points. 17 points, right? Slightly better than the real model. So who thinks then that case should be quite close to real model also. Maybe 90+%. How many?
Should be quite high.
Quite high, Should be quite high, right? Should be quite high, Okay, you're right, Right, 92.5%. But this time the price also more expensive, Like the Hudson Place, Why, Why Tampines Far East still more expensive?
MRT.
MRT. So you see, the one of the reasoning, right? MRT factor weightage very heavy, right? Just because MRT, but Far East never mind MRT okay already. Somehow it overshadows it, right? So these are some of the things that we will go into in detail when we do the assessment. But why I want to show you this is very simply is because where you see the buyers go, if you just take a number by itself, it doesn't tell you much. Okay, but what we do is that this is very effective when we compare across a few. right? Because what happens is during this period, right, you have this tree coming up. And then let's say, for example, you're presented, right, for 3, right? 117, 116, 114. Now, as let's say you're the home buyer, you look at it, I got one option, now got 3 in front, right? Which one will you see first? Correct? So therefore, a lot went to see this one first, correct? And then after that, then the second one, even more, then the third one, then you go, right? So if you manage to see, this one okay lah, got MRT, everything, that's where all the buyers went to. That's all the buyers went to. Second one, right? Third one, not much left already, the buyers only left the whatever remaining few. That's why a lot of them, let's say you have this assessment, you will see very, very clearly the comparison. You know where you want to focus on first. If let's say your objective is really looking at potential, right? Capital appreciation potential. Okay. So the question now is this, right? Next upcoming, right? Really the next nearest 4 is this 4 You have the Lentor, you have the Onion House, which is the Bukit Timah one. You have the one at all the way far west. Okay, far west. Jurong next side. And then you have, of course, the Thompson Reserve. So the question is, which one then is really, really the best? Okay, and one more thing, just one more to show you. Of course, there's still some more, right? Another, let's see, another 5. Okay. Now, I'm going to just stop here for a while, just let you know. Okay, end of the day, right? Which is the good product? It's not the first step in what we do. In fact, it's not even the second step, right? It's actually all the way in our system is the 4th one. Okay, which is sourcing the right solution, which is the 25 star. Okay, in our system, we always believe that, we always have to look at a few things before that. Okay, so all our advisors are trained in this, understanding what your objective is first. Now, why we say that is because no point, you say, wow, this project very good, will earn money, make money, right? But then when you move in, every day you travel to work is 1 hour. I think emotionally you cannot take it already. You cannot wait for that 3 years or 4 years already, I'm saying. Right. So we always look at what is objective first. And then from there we do a analysis also with your financial. Why we do that? Can I say that even if you get the so-called the right property, right, has the best potential, if anything happens during a crisis, you cannot hold the property. You have to force sell. Is it possible you still lose money? Still possible, right? So one of the key things we want to make sure first is financially, are you able to so-called cope in a crisis? Okay, and this is actually something that we actually emphasize a lot, especially after COVID. Actually, during COVID, I think for the first time in Singapore, right, both husband and wife can lose job on, right? And then lose for a very long duration. Right, and then after this, I think a lot of the home owners come to us and say, this one must do. Because things we last time never expect one. But now reality is possible. We never know when the next one may happen. Right? So we also want to make sure that everything is well supported. You have a good buffer in place. In case something happens, right, you can hold the property until a opportune time to sell. Then you make your money, correct? Okay. And then after that, of course, we talk about the strategy. For example, just now John was saying earlier, right, whether is it the intergenerational, or is it like maybe you so different, right? Some people are more cash rich, maybe the income not so much. Then we also have strategies to help you, let's say get better loan, example, right? And then the 4th one then is the condo choosing the right place for you okay, in which what your objective is. Okay, and before that is the execution. Okay.
We hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to be notified of the next video, all you have to do is to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and we'll let you know when the next one is ready.